It was past midnight and the stretch of highway before me was eerily quiet. The radio crackled faintly, unable to hold a clear signal, leaving me in a cocoon of silence. The only sounds were the hum of my car engine and the rhythmic crunch of the tires against the asphalt. Trees lined both sides of the road, their dark silhouettes leaning in as if whispering secrets to each other. Out of the darkness, a figure emerged on the side of the road. A man in a ragged jacket waved frantically, his face obscured by shadows. Against my better judgment, I slowed down and rolled down the window slightly. "Car trouble?" I asked, my voice shaky. "Yeah," he said, his tone oddly calm despite his frantic waving. "Can you give me a ride to the next town?" Something about him felt off. But the stretch of road ahead was empty, and the thought of leaving him there gnawed at me. I unlocked the door, and he climbed in. As we drove, he sat unnervingly still in the passenger seat. His hands rested on his knees, his eyes fixed on the road ahead. Where exactly are you headed?" I asked, breaking the silence. "Just drive," he replied, his tone flat. The hairs on the back of my neck stood up. I glanced at him from the corner of my eye. His face, illuminated intermittently by the passing reflectors, seemed wrong. Like it didn't belong to him. A few miles in, I noticed a bag on his lap. It wasn't there when he got in. My pulse quickened. "What's in the bag?" I asked, trying to sound casual. He turned his head slowly, his lips curling into a smile that didn't reach his eyes. "Something valuable," he said cryptically. I gripped the steering wheel tighter. Something told me I shouldn't ask further. Suddenly, he pointed to a dirt road veering off the highway. "Turn here," he ordered. "Whoa, just do it," he snapped, his voice now ice cold. My heart pounded as I obeyed. The dirt road led into a dense forest, the darkness swallowing the car whole. My gut screamed at me to turn around, but his presence felt suffocating, and the bag. I couldn't stop glancing at it. We stopped in a clearing. He leaned over, his face inches from mine. I hummed. "Open the bag," he whispered. My hands trembled as I unzipped it. Inside was nothing. Just an empty void that seemed to swallow the light. "What is this?" I stammered. He grinned, his face warping into something inhuman. "It's your turn," he said. Before I could react, the darkness from the bag spilled out, engulfing everything. I woke up behind the wheel, the highway stretching out before me. The clock read midnight, exactly where I had started. But the passenger seat wasn't empty. The bag sat there, waiting,